pounds. Today I woke up this morning and I went on the scale and I was about 170.8 pounds, which is pretty heavy for me. I've never been this heavy in my life, so it's really exciting for me. Also, that comes with a little bit of fluff, and I don't look entirely as optimal as I wish I did. I'm going to show you guys a physique update. As of the morning, I haven't had anything except for coffee. So yeah, like I said, put this up a little bit. Oh my goodness. Okay, so like I said, that's a physique right now. Right now, I'm kind of in the stage of honestly almost like a lifestyle mode. I feel like I've been in this stage for a really long time, and it really hasn't. I've gained some size, but honestly, transparently, a lot of that size is like body fat. And I think that's like a big reason as to why I'm 170 pounds right now. For my job, I'm out in the field a lot, so I'm walking a lot, but there are days where I'm not out in the field, so I'm just sitting in a chair all day. So right now, in terms of training, I'm really focusing on a few things. The first main thing that I'm focusing on is overall health of, what's going into my body, health of my joints, making sure that I'm doing like correct form and not, overstepping my boundaries or not, trying to do too much weight that my body can't handle. My training philosophy right now is both bodybuilding, so sculpting, and then just powerlifting as well, a little bit, not like a whole lot. So basically what that means is I'll start every single workout with a big compound movement, and I'm focusing on strength. And then I follow all those compound lifts up with like accessory movements, things, of course, like supersets and drop sets and all that fun stuff to kind of spice it up a little bit so that I'm not only just training for strength, but also like training for bodybuilding fundamentals, I guess you could say. And I don't know, I just feel like that's one of my favorite forms of working out, like my favorite forms of, programming or lifting or whatever you want to call it, exercise. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys meal one of what I'm eating. It's a pretty simple meal. Basically, I'm just having like one bagel, cinnamon swirl bagel, and then also I'm having 4 eggs and then like 2 or 3 servings of egg whites in there, and then also some ham as well. Right now, the macros on that is 66 grams of protein, 61 grams of carbs, 2 grams of fiber, and 25 fat. I want to start this voiceover off just basically apologizing for the quality. I'm not really sure how to correctly film in dark environments like this. It looks all fuzzy. This dude was really cool. He said, good set. That was, I think, 245 for sets of 4. So I started off the workout with that compound lift, the barbell rows. And then I followed it up with this guy right here. So chest supported row. I'm using the neutral grip. I really want to focus on bringing the weight back completely on my elbows. And you can see I'm doing somewhat of a full stretch, but there's honestly a lot of it, a lot of the movement is not so much a full stretch. It's kind of like just constant tension, which I really enjoy. And I did 3 sets of, I believe, 12 on those. These, same deal, 3 sets of 12. And you can see I'm kind of like forward like this, which is really awkward. But it like puts a lot of emphasis on the upper back. Anything, when you train Training is all about hitting angles. Angles are so important when it comes to bodybuilding because you could be hitting something like this and be hitting like lats, and then you come down like this, and now all of a sudden you're hitting your upper back and your traps and your lower traps. Moving on to these, just simple 3 sets of 10. I'm really trying to do more pull-ups because pull-ups are the king of back exercises in my opinion. You know, looking back at this footage, I should have done a better job of coming all the way down and then all the way back up to the chin. 3 sets of 10 on those. These are rear delt flies with the cables. Really good staple to have, especially when you're building those small rear delt muscles. I think I did 3 sets of 10 on both arms. Really good to really build the rear delts. So you're coming across the body like this, which is kind of an awkward movement. So you definitely want to use lower weight. You don't want to go high weight at all because you could, you know, very well injure yourself like that. And like I mentioned before, it's a small muscle and it's not, you know, it's not meant to have a lot of load on it. So you want to, you know, treat it with some respect. It's all about the pump with this. Then moving on to the bicep portion of the workout. So we're doing alternating dumbbell bicep curls. I don't know why my nose is itching so much. Bad timing. So 3 sets of 10 on these. This is super lightweight. I think it's, I can't read it right now because I'm like moving too quickly in the video, but I think it's either 25 or 30 or maybe 35, probably 30, I would say. Just really squeezing on the way out. Really important. If you want to make it harder on yourself, this is the movement right here. Go like this. So that's a little bit more tension on the head of the bicep, which is really good for that development. Kind of looking bulky. I mean, of course I'm looking bulky, but kind of look chubby, look just fluffy. And I want to get rid of that. I want to get like, I want to feel like I'm like, I want to feel lean and aesthetic again. I don't really like the whole, like, the fluff is cool a little bit, and you feel a lot stronger when you're fluffier, obviously, which makes sense. But, man, I miss being like aesthetic. Yeah, so here's my camera freaking out. I don't know if it's, yeah, it's because it's trying to focus on that trash can for some reason, but this is a single arm. So what I did here was I did 8 reps with a heavier weight, and then I dropped the weight and I did 8 to 10 more reps. Constant tension on that bicep head, which is really good. 3 sets of that superset, or I guess drop set, on both arms. And it kind of, on this right arm, the right arm was really, it kind of hurt. I've had like a lot of problems right here in my arm. I don't really know why. Kind of just developed over time. See, you can see I'm shaking my head because I'm like pissed off because I'm not feeling it well. Like it just feels like it's wrong. A lot when I'm doing bicep curls, believe it or not, a lot of the weight comes to my forearms, which is really annoying. And I'm really trying to prioritize this bicep head. And going like this is really gonna help that. So something I could do in the future for this set. And then here's me just posing. So like I said earlier in the video, I'm about 170 pounds right now, really fluffy. I have like a pimple on my right below to lower left of my belly button. That thing just like blew up for some reason. I don't know why. So if you're wondering what that is, that's what it is. Yeah, I mean, fluffy, I look fine, right? I'm 170 pounds, which is as heavy as I've been. I'm the strongest I've ever been, which is cool. But again, I just want to be aesthetic again. And I know it's winter time and I should be bulking or whatever, but I just, you know, I miss having that, like, the aesthetic, like, just build. I think that suits me better. I think that's kind of more my, like, personality. If that makes any sense. I don't know. I just like feel like healthier too. When you're leaner, I feel like you feel a lot more healthier and you feel more like athletic. So yeah. But that's gonna wrap up this voiceover. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. It's just something new that I wanted to do, like get on here, just kind of explain the workout. I think it's more engaging, and I think that, I don't know, I think facial gestures is really important when you're trying to get a point across. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. But enjoy the rest of the video. All right, so we are Back from the gym. I picked up a few things. So I got vegan protein powder. I can't do whey, unfortunately, because it hurts my stomach, as I said earlier. So I got that. That'll be a really good like meal, or not meal, because you never want to replace this with a meal, honestly, or replace a meal with this. That's gonna be a good like extra snack. So I'll have that with maybe almonds or something. Beautiful snack. Got a blender bottle, because I literally don't have any, and then this creatine. I got that yesterday. And then I also got this Panda just now, and it's like really messy. I don't know how or why, but we're gonna eat this, and then we're actually gonna let it digest for a minute, and then we're gonna go do some cardio. All right, so as I mentioned, I do about 15 minutes of cardio every single day. It's good for the mind, it's good for the body, it's good for your heart. So generally, I hover around like 140, 135 beats per minute heart rate. So, you know, keep the heart rate kind of high, not high, obviously. We're not trying to overextend ourselves, but just trying to get the heart rate up a little bit, and it's really nice. So it feels really good after. It gets my mind right. All right, next meal is gonna be, this is just turkey, ham, and some mustard on there on these buns. I forget what they're called. It's brioche. I don't know how to pronounce that BS. But then I've got my my Ghost protein, which I've got right over here. So altogether, this is about 45 grams of protein. It's 12 grams of fat, and I think just over 50 grams of carbs. I'm still trying to decide what I'm gonna do for dinner tonight. I don't know if I'm gonna get something out. Or if I'm just gonna make something. I don't really have a whole lot to make. Okay, and the very last meal that I'm having today is this Chipotle burrito. So it's chicken, I've got white rice in there, black beans, like a tiny bit of cheese because I can't have too much cheese, a little bit of sour cream, hot sauce, and some pico. That's 1205 calories, 127 grams of carbs, 41.5 grams of fat, and 92.5 grams of protein. I like to use this, which is like a jalapeno Tabasco, and then also this one as well, which is like a Chipotle Tabasco. And I just douse it on there and eat it up. All right, so wrapping up the full day of eating, basically I had a total of 3,526 calories. And in terms of macros, I had 265 grams of protein, 353 grams of carbohydrates. I don't know why I said it like that, carbs, and then 121 grams of fat. So a little bit higher on the fat side. Carbs are pretty, reasonable. Normally I'm around that time, or around that number, like 350, 400. And then protein's actually really high. I'm not normally that high in protein, but this is not at all, honestly, this was kind of a bad example, honestly, because I don't eat 2 meals out in a day. But I thought I'd just film it just to give you an idea of kind of like what I'm eating in terms of like calories. I do stay around that amount of calories, but I don't, obviously eat Panda and Chipotle every single day of my life. Normally I'll either eat meal prep stuff or I'll just get 1 meal out for the day. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you guys took something from it. Let me know if there's any questions or anything like that. But if not, I appreciate you guys watching, and let me know what you want to see in the future.